Hello everyone and welcome to Math Matra. Today in this video we will talk about a problem to solve for x, that is 2x minus square root of x plus 7 is equal to 1 without using calculator. Without further ado, let's get started. So before we get on to the problem at hand, I'm going to quickly talk about the problem that we actually had during our last video at the end as an exercise. That is the one that is on the screen right now. Answer is x is equal to 2. So if you did get the same answer, congratulations to you. And if you did not, it's okay. Look at the screen. That's a step-by-step process. If you still don't understand or if you still have some questions, I highly recommend going down in the comment section down below. That the first link that you will see in the comment section is the link to the video that goes in detail and actually goes on to show with two different methods on how to go about and solve these kind of problem. But in this video, we're gonna go back to the problem that we had. So how do we go about solving for the x, right? So first, let's make things easier. So let's move the square root of x minus x plus 7 to the right side and number 1 to the left side. So once anything that is in addition or has a positive sign crosses on the other side of the equal sign, changes the sign to negative, and anything that has a negative sign and crosses over the equal sign becomes the positive sign. So anything that is in addition becomes subtraction, and anything that is in deduction or negative sign becomes positive sign once it crosses the equal sign. So in this case, 2x, the positive one on this side will become negative 1. So 2x minus 1 is equal to negative square root of x minus 7 will become positive square root of x plus 7, right? So 2x minus 1 is equal to square root of x plus 7. Now let's square on both sides. The reason why we want to square is anything that is in a square root or under root of any sort, it's not so easy to solve. So once we want to get rid of the square root, and then it will become easier problem for us to solve. That's the reason why we will square on both sides. So 2x minus 1 square is equal to square root of x plus 7 square. So square root and square basically cancels out, and hence the right side will become x plus 7, and the left side we just want to carry down 2x minus 1 square. So now, as you know, a minus b's whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now there is another video that we have actually gone on to show visually how a minus b the whole square is actually proves out to be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So you'll see the link in the comment section down below for these videos as well. But for now, let's expand 2x minus 1 the whole square, and that will then become 4x square minus 2 times 2x times minus 1. So basically it will become minus 4x plus 1. 1 square is 1, right? So again, a square basically means 2x square, which is 4x square. B square is 1 square, which is positive 1. And 2ab is basically 2 times 2x times 1. So 2 times 2x is 4x. So that's why 4x, and the negative sign just because a minus b square. So 4x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to x plus 7. Now let's bring all the unknowns, all the terms on the left side, one side of the equation. That will then become 4x square minus x plus 1 minus x minus 7. Again, x and 7 both were positive sign, but we crossed on the other side of the equal sign, hence both become negative, right? So now, as you can see, minus 4x and minus x can add up to minus 5x, and minus 7 plus 1 becomes minus 6, right? So I'm sorry, 4x square minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0, right? So that is a quadratic equation that we can solve, right? So let's, for now, 4 times 6, right? a times c is 24, and let's start dividing 24 in all multiples. So let's do 24 divided by 2 is 12, right? 12 divided by 2 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, divided by 3 is 1. So we go all the way down to 1, and then on left side all the smaller multiple you will see 2, 2, 2, 3, right? So now we need to find put that in two different buckets. One will put the larger number and the other one will be a small number, right? The difference between the two has to be b, which is the negative sign, and the multiplication has to be a times c, which is minus 24. Positive 4 minus 6 is negative 24, right? So one sign has to be negative, one sign has to be positive, right? Because positive multiplication always remains positive, then negative multiplication remains positive as well, right? The only way you'll get negative 24 is one multiple has to be negative and one multiple has to be positive, right? And in this case, since the addition of those two is negative 5, means the larger number will have to assign as a negative sign. In this case, let's take 2, 2 and 2, which is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8, right? In one bucket, and whatever is remaining, which is 3 in the other bucket. So 8 and the 3 difference is 5, which is exactly what we want. And we'll assign 8 as a negative sign. The reason is because 8 plus 3 will hold the sign of the larger number, and that has to be negative 5, because that's what the b is, right? Ax square plus bx plus c. If you equate that to 4x square minus 5x minus 6, you will see b is basically minus 5, and hence it has to hold the same sign, which is negative 8, in this case negative sign. So 4x square minus 8x plus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. We basically expanded 5x into two different forms, minus 8x and plus 3x. Why? Because the those multiple basically multiplies 224 and adds to negative 5 and multiplies to negative 24, not 20, sorry, negative 24. So that's the reason why we broke it that way. Now let's common out 4x in the first term. So basically in bracket you'll have x minus 2, because 4 in the x is taken out, right? Plus let's common out 3 in the second two terms, right? And then in parentheses you will have x minus 2, right? Because 3 2s are 6, right? So now as you can see, x minus 2 is a common term in the first and the second term. Let's common that out, and whatever remains, let's put that in the second bracket, right? So x minus 2 times 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? So let's now understand x minus 2 times 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. The only way that is possible is one of the number has to be 0, right? So either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? So x minus 2 is equal to 0 will basically give us x is equal to 2, right? Because negative 2 will go on the other side of the equation sign and will become positive, right? In this case, 4x plus 3 equal to 0 becomes 4x is equal to minus 3, right? Because 3 was positive, goes on the other side of the equal sign, changes the signs to negative 3. And now let's divide by 4 on the both sides. So hence x is equal to negative 3 by 4. So now we have two solutions, either x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 3 by 4, right? So let's quickly check which of this number or both still holds true by putting these x values back into the main equation, right? So let's quickly do that. So let's first go and check x is equal to 2. So in this case, 2 times 2, because 2 times x is 2 times 2, minus square root of 2 plus 7, right? So 2 times 2 is 4, minus square root of 2 plus 7 is 9, right? So 4 minus 3 square is basically 9, right? So 9 square root is basically 3, right? So 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Hence, that is the right answer. So x equals 2 is the right answer. So now let's quickly check if x is equal to negative 3 by 4. Is that a right answer as well or not? So let's quickly substitute x is equal to negative 3 by 4 in the same equation. Let's go back. 2 times negative 3 by 4 minus square root of negative 3 by 4 plus 7, right? So 2 times negative 3 by 4, so 4 and 2 cancels out and you'll have 2 in the denominator, and 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, and negative sign from 3 will remain. So negative 1.5 minus square root of negative 3 by 4 plus 7. Negative 3 by 4 plus 7 is basically 6.25, because negative 3 by 4 is 0.75 and that is negative sign plus 7. So 7 minus 0.75 is 6.25, right? So negative 1.5 minus square root of 6.25. Now square root of 6.25 is basically, if you think of 5 square is 25 and 25 square is 625. So basically 6.25 is basically nothing but the square root of 2.5, right? Because 25 square is 625. So 6.25 will reduce down to 2.5, right? So negative 1.5 minus 2.5, and negative 1.5 and negative 2.5 forms negative 4, which is not equal to 1, which was the right side, right? 1 was on the right side of the equation. And what we got after substituting x is equal to negative 3 by 4 was negative 4, is not equal to 1. Hence x is equal to negative 3 by 4 is not the correct answer. The only correct answer in this one is x is equal to 2. Easy, isn't it? So I hope you liked this video, and if you did like the video, I'm gonna leave another beautiful problem to solve for x in the last screen here. Give it a try. If you understand this entire video, if you want to give yourself a try, I will highly recommend give it a try. Look at this problem on the screen and write your answer. Whatever answers you got, write your answer in the comment section down below.